Hey guys, welcome to my video. Hope everyone is doing good. Can you remember in my last, it may have been like three videos ago. I'm in a lot of pain, so mind me. I said I got a revelation. I don't mean by, like special revelation. I don't mean that. When you learn something new, that the image should both speak, right? Remember that? And I say, that's the internet. That's the internet. That's computers, that's electronics, it's TVs. Well, it's not hard to believe, is it? I have another one that came across me like a freight train last night that I've been gradually learning and finally accepting that it has to be. Now, I want you to consider some things here. So I'm going to get into this, but this is I'm only going to do about half, and I'm going to do a video later when I'm sitting down, when hopefully my back is better. It's out today. And so I can show you and comment on certain people's videos and verses in the Bible. I wanted to read a poem I wrote. So before I get to this, guys, pay attention, okay? Because I think this is one of those things you don't want to miss, right? And I don't get a lot of views. I don't understand why I wouldn't for some of the things I'm talking about. I'm not raising myself up. But this is a big revelation. I don't know. Maybe it's thumbnails. I don't know. Maybe who knows what it is. Maybe it's just me. So before I get to that, and it's very tough to stand on this spot, I want to give a shout out and ask the people who are watching this video to please pray for Susie. Just please pray for her pain and whatever it is that she's going through, and whatever it is she has to keep doing in order to get at what she needs to get at, let's just say. So please pray, say a prayer for Susie. Susie. So I wrote a poem, and I'm just going to read it, and then I'm going to get to this. This has to do with who the beast is, who Mystery Babylon is, and how I've switched my view. You'll see. It's actually still the same, but it's just, you'll see. So I wrote a poem, and I'll probably read this again tonight when I'm more comfortable. So I wrote this last night. It's called The Final Hours. With bated breath, wait day by day. The hourglass, it fades away. He didn't lie, but told the truth, and gave a roadmap full of proof. You know the scriptures tell us so, of things to come, so we would know. It only seemed the other day, there was no hope, lived day to day. But then he found me, picked me out, to save from death and fear of doubt. It was a present from above, 'cause I'd done nothing deserving of. He tore the veil before my eyes and blocked my ears to my surprise. Is this the way life really is? Or is this a dream? Come shake me, please. Was always there, encompassing us, satanic pawns surrounding us. It doesn't matter where you look, the evil rampant like a book. Like Stephen King, it's so surreal, with no cash bail to make us fear. That is their plan, I hope you know. to bring us down and in control. So we don't speak, they want one mind, to shut us down, to make us blind. Dear Lord my God, do something now. Please show your face, establish your crown. I swear if it wasn't for your book, I'd build an army like a herd that shepherds lead to greener pastures. I wait for you, please do come faster. No matter what, my spirit's glad, I'll wait it through, it's not so bad. But unbelievers, it isn't so. Blind leading blind, end up below. The world is dying in real time. Should I be thankful or curse and cry? No matter what, please do hold on. It's worth the wait. 10,000 angels at the dawn. He never tarries, flash in the sky. From east to west, our Savior's cry. And our Savior's cry is the trumpet, right? So I wrote that, and don't say I didn't write that, because I did. I'll read that again tonight, I think, or I don't know, maybe. But I'll put it in the description box, not to... the video that I'm going to make is going to be out tomorrow, so just give me a second, guys. I have to think of what I'm going to say here because there's a lot in pieces. You wonder if the United States is in prophecy, is actually, you can read about it. It's in there. It is in there. Don't turn away. Don't close your mind. That's one of the worst things a person can do. I have a huge article. Someone took a long time to do this, and boy is it ever true. So the first thing I'm going to ask you to remember is this. There was an eclipse, and that was no normal eclipse. You know this already. You know, you can say there were 3 eclipses, but let's just say there were 2, and it made an X. Yes, I know it made the alpha sign. I know it did that. But if you take the total eclipses, it was an X. I think that little partial eclipse was, yes, it was like an extra thing by Yah. I have no... I'm going to tell you the issues. Okay, so first of all, that gives us what? It gives us 40 days from that point. That brings us to Pentecost, right? What are the chances that it brings it right to Pentecost? 40 days. If in fact that is the sign of the prophet Jonah. So people say there was 7, it crossed 7 Ninevehs. It didn't. The total eclipse only crossed 2, but 2 is still a lot. The other ones were still in the partial path of it. You can go look all you want, you're going to find the same information as me. Just don't look in the wrong places. It was a warning from God. It was a warning to the United States of America, and probably Canada too, because of Justin Trudeau and the stuff that he's doing with the LGBTQ. I mean, Canada was a great place before him. I'm Canadian, so I should know. In my journey of trying to find out who is this mystery Babylon, who is this whore that sits on the beast, I started looking through. I started going through the prophecies of 12. The court will be trampled down for what is it? 42 months is 1260 years. So I do believe it is the papacy prophecy, because the Catholic Church, Vatican, took over for 1260 years exactly. So you say, well, Dave, how is it that you believe that the United States is the beast then? Because they're a reflection of them. Remember, it says the beast was wounded but yet was healed. Have you seen the buildings I'm going to get to some proof. But have you seen the buildings in Rome? And have you seen them direct reflection in Washington? They're a reflection, and that's how it was healed. And then I told you about how the image should both speak and stuff like that, you know, knowledge increasing, everything like that. It's the internet. This thing is a beast. It's the devil. The internet is the devil. And so, but this is what I believe, okay? They should both speak. So you're going to say, well, you already heard that. I already heard that from me before. So this is what I didn't get. And then I started to find a lot of truth. Give me a sec. I'm going to leave just one video that I want you to watch. If you don't like the person, just listen to what they're saying. People believe that the UN is the beast. I agree. But the United Nations is the United States. They were developed from them. They're mostly funded by them. So it's the United States, guys. Before I even give you the proof of Scripture, partially because I'm going to do a video that'll be out tomorrow, it's hard to look at all those things that, you know, the merchants were made rich. When you look at the papacy didn't make all the merchants of the earth rich, like stinking rich. The only place on earth that meets that requirement is the United States. Look at all the filth that's coming out of there. Look at the stuff that they're doing. They're killing their own people, literally. They're putting us on drugs. They're putting us. There's like homeless in the street. There's all their idols. It's a land of idols. 10 times that of the papacy. Everything is about idols, cars, money. I've never. Can you picture what Daniel saw? That beast. It was great and broke everything in pieces and all that. The United States has 800 army bases, naval bases, whatever, around the world. They own the world. Everybody is afraid. They're still afraid of them. Don't be tricked that people aren't afraid of the United States. They've been spending it up over $1 trillion a year on their military for many, many, many years, since World War, especially since World War II. They developed the League of Nations. Guys, this is it. Where it says, come out of her, my people, I was always like, well, it's got to be the papacy. But they're reflections of each other still. Now we have a gigantic warning sign over the United States, and you wonder what's happening? You see the border wide open. You see there's 60% of the women get raped at the border. That's all drugs are all owned by the cartels down there. Nobody's lifting a finger doing anything. No one's marching to the border doing anything because it's all set up. Trying to make a one world government. They're willing to literally kill their own citizens, displace their own citizens with tens. I would say there's at least 20 million. They say 10 that they've let in just so they can get votes. No cash bail, LGBTQ. You know everything I'm talking about. America is messed up, and they have They have forged their ideologies all over the world. You wonder why everyone speaks English? Because it's Babylon. Why does everyone speak English? You have to speak English everywhere you go. Guys, it's the United States. It's right in front of our face. It's probably why it's called mystery. Because it's right in front of our faces. Everyone's, like, oh, the church is here and we're so much more special. Well, Europe is like atheistic. It's a shame. Europe is like all atheist. People don't believe in anything really. Sure, there are still believers. I'm telling you, it's the United States of America. So I'm going to give a little bit. I can do much better on video editing because I can show you stuff and I'm in a lot of pain. Please say a prayer for me too. I was okay yesterday, but I'm not okay today. Let me take a sip and a bite, and I'm going to explain something that you may not know, but you'll know after this. It took me a while to accept that this is the truth. I believed all the things that there was a reason I fell in with. I'm not one, but Seventh-day Adventists, because a lot of their prophecies were true. But they never explained this one. They explain, right, the beast of Daniel, but they begin with Babylon, right? And then they go to Persia and the Medes, and then they go to Greece, and then they go to Rome. But they stop there. So in Revelation, I never understood this until yesterday. Okay, so let's read this right now. So this is Revelation 17, verse 7. The meaning of the woman and the beast. But the angel said to me, why did you marvel? I'll tell you the mystery of the woman and of the beast that carries her, which has the 7 heads. 7 heads it has, and 10 horns. The beast that you saw, this always just confused the heck out of me. The beast you saw is not, and will ascend out of the bottomless pit and go to perdition. Wait, where am I here? And those that dwell on the earth will marvel, whose names are not written in the book of life in the foundation of the world, when they see the beast that was, is not, and yet is. Wait a second, I'm going to get screwed up. Here it is. Here's the mind that has wisdom. The 7 heads are 7 mountains on which the woman sits. So, when the papacy one comes in here, 7 mountains that's not Rome. It isn't. Those are 7 kingdoms. That's what I didn't understand. On which the woman sits. There are also 7 kings. So there you go. There's 7 kings. 5 have fallen. 5 of them have fallen already. So when I say 5 have fallen, remember this. Who is writing this revelation? John is, right? So it's in the time. It's in his time. You have to keep that in mind. It's in his time. This is just below year 100. Let's just say 95, right? 5 have fallen. 1 is, and the other has not yet come. So, if 5 have fallen by John's time, that can only be so many, right? one is, what was the one at the time of John? It was the Roman Empire. So if you add the 5 that have fallen and the one that is the Roman Empire, that's 6, right? So who are those 5? So let's look who it was. And this is what they don't teach you. The Assyrian Empire. The first one was the Egyptian Empire. Huge empires, right? Second was Assyrian. Those are the ones that they usually don't teach you. There was the Assyrian. We know this through the Bible. Then it goes on to Babylon, all the way up to Rome. So it goes to Babylon, then it goes to the Mede Persians, then it goes to Greece, then to Rome. So there's 6. The other has not yet come, and when he comes, he must continue a short time. The beast that was, okay, so I'm not even going to go ahead. He must continue a short time. So there's another one coming after the Roman Empire. Who was it? There's another kingdom that came after the Roman Empire. It was the British Empire. The British Empire was the biggest empire to ever be land-wise, right? They were all over the world. So there's the 7th one. So this is what always confused me. Must continue a short time. Well, it was like 1,000 years or something, pardon me. I hope this is hitting home with you, because it is me. So we know there's 7 there, right? So verse 11, the beast that was and is not is himself also the 8th. So the beast they're talking about that Daniel was so afraid of, the beast that was is not. What do they mean by that? So there's one that comes after the British Empire, that's what it's saying, because there's an 8th here. And is of the 7th and is going to perdition. The beast that was, is not, is himself also the 8th. It's the British Empire. The British Empire bore the American. That's not contention. Is also of the 8th. We know they're together. So there it is. I'm going to play videos too proving it. And it's actually by Bishop Marmari. That's where I learned this. That's where I started to realize that what he's saying is correct. I'm far from the only person who believes this either. Those 10 horns are the 10 kings who have received no kingdom as of yet. So that hasn't happened. So that's what we're waiting for to happen. These are of one mind. They give their power and authority to the beast. They'll make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb will overcome them. He's the Lord of lords and King of kings. And those who are with him are called chosen and faithful. So my back hurts so much, man. I can't wait to get to this, because there's proof in Isaiah and Jeremiah 50 who this is. It's the United States. The United States is in those scriptures, and I can see it. Once you recognize that the 8th, there's a warning over America. America is sharing its filth of all kinds, Hollywood, satanic rituals. Everything's turning so evil, and it's done by the United States. I do not like the ideology of the United States. I'm going to tell you a story and read this and then let you go. In the early 1990s, I was just coming into junior high, about 1990, 91, grade 8. When it got to grade 8, and especially grade 9 and 10, it went from things like, Van Halen and all those types of groups. Then it went to rap. And it started off innocently enough, and then it turned into violence. People started all wearing, I mean, like hoods are comfortable, but change of clothes, change of attitude, ideologies, the gangs, all that type of stuff. There was around here. People beating up people, stealing. It was done by the ideology of Hollywood. And obviously, it was all over the place. It made me say to myself, I wish I'd lived somewhere else in the world, because I hated that time. The way people were, yeah. How can you not look? I've said if my mom was still alive, she'd have a heart attack, because she loved the Grammys and Academy Awards, and I'd watch it with her when I was couchbound or whatever. And not. If she would have saw such stuff, she'd be so disgusted, and I am. They're doing satanic rituals everywhere, like in Europe too, everywhere. It's just everywhere. And it all originated from the devil's kingdom, which was the United States of America. They own all the money, all the luxuries, all of that. You look at all the rich, you wonder the war in Ukraine and everything. They're getting so rich. They're phasing everybody out, like Walmart and all this, COVID, squeezing out the middle class, and this is communism coming on you. And by the way, I should have said this at the beginning, Biden is trying to call a climate emergency. Do you know this? They've been trying to get around all the rules of Congress and everything. They know they're not going to get in the next election. So this is what they're trying to do now. Go look, go see what's happening. It's probably rather quiet. He's trying to declare a national climate emergency. There is nothing you can do to stop the climate unless you're the one controlling all the bad weather. Then you can control the way people think about this. I don't know. I can't exactly give proof. I made a video yesterday showing you that they can make clouds and make it rain anytime they want. And that was a 20-year-old video. I'm going to make this video later because I want to show you scriptures. My back hurts so much. There is a scripture, I think it's by Jeremiah, that says, I am going to send in your land, he says, so it's Yahweh speaking, saying, I've set you up. I've set you up. I will send spies in your land to winnow or whatever, blow the fan against you. And an article that I'm going to read later was written likely before all of these people coming in through the border. That border may be by Yah. Think about that. Even though he's doing it by the stupidity of people, it's still happening because it's by him. It could be. All these people are coming in and they're going to destroy America. Do you doubt that could happen? It could happen. I'm not saying it will. But they're letting in millions of people in your country. So I'm going to read this and let... I think Jeremiah 50 and 51 does show it. Remember, there are many scriptures are double fulfillments. It could mean two places at once. Woe to the land. So this is Isaiah 18. So I think there's one in Isaiah 13 or 14, but this is 18. So I'll do a video later. Well, so proclamation against Ethiopia, but this is what people are saying is to the U.S. And you'll see, because it doesn't make sense for just Ethiopia. Woe to the land shadowed with buzzing wings, which is beyond the rivers of Ethiopia, beyond the rivers, beyond, which sends ambassadors by the sea, even in vessels of reeds on the waters, saying, Go, swift messengers, to a nation tall and smooth of skin, to a people terrible from their beginning onward, a nation powerful and treading down, whose lands the rivers divide. Of any place on earth, what country would that be? The States. States in Canada have a lot of rivers. We have most of the fresh water, I believe. Well, Canada does. But there's a lot of rivers. There's a lot of rivers. All inhabitants of the world and dwellers on the earth. I don't know how much more. Yes, listen to this. All inhabitants of the world and dwellers on the earth, when he lifts up a banner, the United States, you see it. Is that not true? When they do something, you must listen. And when he blows a trumpet, you hear it. For so the Lord said to me, I will take my rest, and I will look for my dwelling place, like clear heat and sunshine, like a cloud of dew in the heat of harvest. For before the harvest, when the bud is perfect, and the sour grape is ripening in the flower, he will both cut off the sprigs and pruning hooks, and take away and cut down the branches. They will be left together for the mountain birds of prey, and for the beasts of the earth. The birds of prey will summer on them, and the beasts of the earth will winter on them. And in that time a present will be brought to the Lord of hosts from a people tall and smooth of skin. Would you say the people of America are tall and smooth of skin? I think I would agree. But is this Ethiopia? People are saying this is the United States, and I believe it, because I'm going to show you all the other ones later. And from a people terrible from the beginning onward. A people terrible from their beginning onward. That's the United States of America. Think of how many countries don't like the U.S. Think of how many wars they start. 800 bases. Nothing could beat them. Nothing could beat them. There's never been a power like that. China will never meet. I don't think that will ever happen. Will ever equate to the U.S. Whatever you hear, they don't have the same weaponry. From a people terrible from their beginning onward. A nation powerful and treading down. That's the United States of America. Whose land the rivers divide. That is America. Think of the Mississippi and all. Thousands of rivers. Thousands. There's probably tens of thousands. Just in my immediate vicinity, there are rivers all over the place. Rivers, lakes. What I mean is lakes, but there are big rivers here. To the place of the name of the Lord of hosts to Mount on. So that's what I wanted to say about that. Hope you enjoyed the poem that I did there. I should write more of those and do more of those, but I'm going to leave a video in the description box, okay? Share this to someone if you can. Come out of her, my people. You watch this video by Truth Unedited. This was 4 years ago, and he already understood that then. Come out of her, my people. This eclipse, I don't think it's anything small. We'll see, right? We'll see. Nothing is finite. How am I going to get out of America in this shape? But Yah knows, Jesus knows how to protect us. You'll see what this guy says in the Truth Unedited video. I beg you to watch it because it will really help you enforce the scriptures that point to it. Save your life, man. Yah bless everyone. Please say a prayer for that person I talked about, for Susie, and for me too, please, for my back. I hope this edifies you in some way, because this is partial. This is scriptural, but I'm trying to get at the truth. So have a good day.